Ah, Pittsburgh, home sweet home. Man, do I love this city. Great bridges, hills, murals, sports, kinda shitty weather. Great people, signs, houses, and of course, driverless Ubers. The Moby Dick of Ubers. You can't request them, and their location isn't shown on the app. I have friends who claim to have ridden these beasts, but I haven't seen any photos or videos. So this week, I set out to catch one and document the entire process. My plan is admittedly not that great. I'm going to track down a driverless Uber, follow it on my bike until it drops someone off, and then request a ride. Fish on, baby. Fish on. I spent day one frantically trying to find, follow, and film the white whale, with not much success. Can't keep up with these things, man. She got away. I'm finding it really difficult to bike quickly while I'm holding this enormous Steadicam, so I'm gonna see if I can somehow rig it to the front of my handlebars for easy access. I picked up some metal scraps from the Creative Reuse Center for all of $5 and got to work. He's a big one. It's going okay. Snip, snap, and well, you know what? Well, looks aren't everything. I mean, this could still work. Okay, let's put this guy to the test. Feeling good. That seems to be okay. Okay, abort. All right, day two. Time to get serious. Aye, the seas were rough that day. I spotted the beast outside of the cathedral. She was speedy, but we held on for dear life. We tracked the beast for what felt like miles, and perhaps it was. Finally, we cornered her at a construction site. As we approached, I fired a spear, and...
Hi, can I get in? Could I get a ride by any chance? No, sorry. What would the best strategy be?
Request a ride in Lawrenceville, or close to the Strip.
Okay.
Request it there and have your destination go up to Shady Side.
Okay. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if I'm on the list or not?
No,
I should probably explain why there appears to be someone driving the car. Self-driving Ubers are still in their trial period, so at all times there are two Uber employees sitting in the car. In the driver's seat is the driver, or sitter. The sitter is there to take control in certain situations, like if they're going through a school zone or something is happening that the car isn't programmed to recognize yet, like the annual furry convention in Pittsburgh. The person in the passenger seat is an engineer. They ride around with a special laptop that's monitoring the vehicle's every move.
Thanks, fellas. Okay, so according to those guys, my best bet is to request a ride from Lawrenceville or the Strip towards Shady Side or Oakland. Apparently there's no longer a closed private list. The rides are open to the public. Your ride just has to meet the criteria they have set for the driverless Ubers. So, making some progress, baby. Yeah! Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
To Lawrenceville! Okay, looking for Ubers, looking for Ubers, striking out to the Strip. The Strip turned out to be a breeding ground for Ubers, which makes sense because that's where Uber's Pittsburgh headquarters is located. I was spotting these things left and right.
Hello. If I request you, can you guys pick me up?
Possibly, yeah. Might have a little trouble with the bike.
I'll dump the bike.
This is where things started to get frustrating. My plan was working, but I just couldn't seem to get matched. Regular Uber drivers kept scooping me up. I did a whole lot of canceling Ubers, so sorry to all the drivers that I canceled on. This looks promising.
If I put in University of Pittsburgh, would that work?
It's all on chance, really.
Alright.
But we're sitting here waiting, so
I got William. That is not you guys.
it went through us, though, so he must just be outside of, let me think here, try like soldiers and sailors.
Alright.
It keeps kicking you out, I don't know why.
Damn!
This sucked. I had these guys pulled over telling me the exact locations that would give me the best chance of getting picked up. Their system was attempting to match me, and I was getting booted for reasons that nobody could seem to explain. After canceling about 20 Ubers, the app locked my account. This wasn't looking good.
Alright, well, I'll keep trying. Yeah, maybe I'll grab you at another point.
Yeah,
Appreciate the advice, though.
yeah, sorry about that.
See you guys.
Defeated, I rode home. I didn't really see any alternative route other than to keep trying. As I headed back over to the strip, I cut through the Allegheny Cemetery because it's beautiful and I was hoping the spirits of my fallen Pittsburghers would give me a little bit of luck. I picked up this beauty almost immediately. She turned into the Uber HQ and I figured they were done for the day, but they circled through and I cornered her under the 31st Street Bridge. That sounds kind of creepy.
Are you guys driving people currently?
Again, the Uber employees were super patient with me as I button mashed and desperately tried to make small talk in order to keep them with me.
I keep getting Justin in this Mitsubishi. I don't want to hold you here too long.
And then, finally,
I don't know why I can't seem to... Aha,
I
okay.
captured Moby
I've
Dick.
been matched. Is that you guys? It's not you guys. Wow. Yep. Alright, this is very exciting. Well, thank you guys so much. Best of luck.
I locked my bike, busted out the camera, and started grooving.
I'm so bummed. I've been trying to catch one for like a week.
It'll turn on the turn signals, it'll even turn on the windshield wipers if it needs to.
Alright, sweet. So currently you're driving.
No. He was for a second, but now we're in self-driving.
That is so wild.
The first thing I'm going to do to help with this is first I need you to press on that little squiggly line down there on your back iPad, and then there's going to be a
Which squiggly line? Okay, I see it.
right hand. As this is happening, we have the LiDAR up top. It's made by Velodyne, and as it spins around, it has 64 lasers that it shoots out. As the lasers get reflected off the cars, the pedestrians, the bicyclists, the buildings, it creates a picture, it knows exactly where it's at, and then it pretty much uses the LiDAR points to perceive distance and proximity.
So essentially, this spinny thing is casting an invisible spray paint over everything that the computer can see and then use to create a live map that looks like this. It's quite detailed, as it should be. You can even see these two cyclists.
And therefore knows exactly how it's going at. Keith's not even touching that.
That is so
right now.
cool.
It's doing it all. It does everything on its own. So
How long will it be until I request an Uber and only the car shows up? If you had to give an estimate.
Unfortunately, I can't really give you like a good estimate.
I would like to say 3 to 5 years.
How do you program for moral decisions if I'm driving in a driverless car with my friend and we're driving on the side of a cliff, hypothetically, and a child all of a sudden it pops up in the middle of the road? How does the car, who decides whether or not the car swerves off the side of the cliff, killing my friend and I, or if it continues driving and potentially kills...
Well, there's an easy answer to that.
The car
comes to a stop.
Yeah, we had some kids one day and they were in the back. They said, does the car make moral decisions? I said, no, it doesn't. And just as like 10 seconds later, we're passing this lady on the side of the road and it's pouring down rain and there's this huge puddle. And I'm just like, oh, we're gonna autonomously splash this lady. I'll feel like so bad. But then the car dropped out and actually moved to the left, and I was like, so maybe it does make moral decisions.
Maybe it does know.
It's becoming self-aware. You know?
How much do you trust the computer and the mechanisms that drive this car?
100% trust these cars. They drive better than people do it. They're safer.
Yeah. So
The cars don't get drunk. The cars
don't text.
The cars don't text while they drive. The cars don't, break up with their Volkswagen girlfriends and have a bad day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, imagine never having a drunk driver on the road again.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm seeing it. Like a million of these things. I couldn't find them. But
Just like this, just for having a biker on the road, we're slowing down and stopping. So
we are programmed to give bikers 4 feet. I think the state standard is 2 feet.
Pennsylvania, Uber. Thanks, Uber.
nice.
Yep, cars.
Oh, that's spooky.
That's how they're gonna deal with it.
I'm in a driverless Uber. Woo! Did I get everything? I think so. All right. Thank you. See ya. I rode the beast. So I was in fact charged for the ride, which is interesting because Uber had originally stated that citizens wouldn't be charged for the rides in exchange for the favor that Pittsburgh has done them. Maribel Peduto has stated that the current relationship between Pittsburgh and Uber is on the rocks, which sucks because Pittsburgh is a really cool city and that's a sweet technology. I think Uber needs to do a better job of upholding their end of the bargain and not being a huge dick, a huge Moby Dick to Pittsburgh. Give us your data.